This is a Smart Farm communication module which will both receive data from the diesel pump it's connected to as well as send commands to it. The basic components of this module are as follows. We've got a base unit that we drive into the ground and put with a bag of cement, and then there's a head unit that has the electronics enclosed. On top of that is a solar panel, and then we've got a custom designed cap that underneath it resides the lithium-ion battery. We've got an antenna mast with a piece of coax going up inside to an antenna at the top. We have a surge protecting device at the top and a ground wire that runs down and connects to a ground rod at the base of this unit. Okay, so we're going to show you what's inside this module here. I've rotated the cover out of the way, and in here we've got two circuit boards. One is a control and monitoring circuit board, and then the other board on the sandwich is a radio module and the microprocessor board. The radio module connects to an RF cable which runs up the mast. It also connects to the battery, and it connects to the solar panel. We have an onboard charge converter on this board which allows us to convert the solar panel energy into battery charging energy in a safe and effective way. Once we wire up this panel, all we do then is run a few tests, and then we close up the door and it's ready to go. This is a red Murphy panel that we have wired up to the back of to be able to monitor kill signals from this engine as well as flow and a few other signals. So I'm going to pull the face of this down so you can see where we've wired into this panel. We've got a ground wire that connects to a ground on a shield. We have this white wire which connects to the Tattletale SW2 position. That's the kill signal that we monitor. We've got red that connects to a battery terminal. We can monitor the battery voltage. We also have a wire here which we've spliced which goes to a flow switch which is on the flow discharge pipe. And we have another wire that runs up this pole to a rain gauge, so we can monitor rain, whether it's raining or not, the flow from the discharge pipe, the kill signal from any one of these gauges which comes to this kill sum node, as well as the battery voltage. We've pulled the board out to show you how the LEDs and the push buttons work with respect to a diesel pump. Right now you can see that there are two LEDs illuminated on this board. One indicates that the motor is off and the kill signal is on because all the gauges are down to zero. The other indicates that it had rained last night, and so the rain gauge, which is mounted up on the top of this awning, has water in it. So that tells a farmer that it had been raining out here on this field. What I'm going to do is start this diesel motor. You'll not be able to hear me speak, but what will happen is when the motor starts, this LED is going to extinguish, indicating that the motor is running, and then I'm going to engage the clutch to pump some water, and you'll see then that the flow switch that's in the discharge pipe, there's a paddle that moves when the water starts flowing, and then you'll see another LED light up here indicating water is flowing. Lastly, I'll push the button on our board to initiate a kill signal which will turn the engine off. So I'm going to start the motor first, and then you'll see one LED go out, and then when I engage the clutch you'll see another one illuminate indicating water flow, and then I'll press the button to turn off the motor. So we have verified that we have all the monitoring signals in place, and as well we can turn the motor off with our remote, with our push button that's local to the motor. With that in place, now when we communicate to this radio module, we'll be able to monitor those signals. As well, we'll be able to turn off the diesel. We don't turn on diesels because there's a clutch that has to be engaged, the drive shaft to the pump, and so we don't have an actuator mechanism designed at this point in time to remotely start diesel engines, but we can turn them off. Now we're going to test this remote control system. I'm going to turn the diesel pump on, and then I'm going to talk to Steve on the phone and tell him to turn it off from the farm headquarters. Now to press and hold. Okay, Steve, turn it off. Well, that was pretty quick.